So Kaizen was created in 2013, and it's used for retirement planning and estate planning, buy-sell agreements, key man positions. And Dawn Staley was the first NCAA coach to have Kaizen in her contract. And if you would like to learn about her plan, I'd be more than happy to show it to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this retirement video for you, and then we are going to do some estate planning. We're going to estimate the benefits of a 20-year-old male being gifted by his parents. And then we're going to take that estimate and we're going to compare that to other investments like a 401k. And then we're going to see how accurate our estimate is, and then you know what, I will play that last video for you because we have two videos to play. So let me play this first video.
If your household income is over $200,000, your retirement will cost you 6 times more than your home. We all know that banks provide loans to buy a nicer home, but did you know that they'll also provide funds to help supplement your retirement savings? This provides the potential for 60 to 100% more than your savings could achieve alone. Here's how it works. We take what you're willing to set aside and place it into a specially designed life insurance policy. Why life insurance? In addition to providing death benefit protection, this policy has the potential to earn interest without market risk. Plus, it has tax advantages you can't get with any other product. It also happens to be super safe for the lender. As a result, you don't have to qualify for a loan, provide personal guarantees, or even make interest payments. Think it's too good to be true? This practice has been used by the wealthy for years. It's your time to take advantage of leverage. See if you qualify today. Click the link in the description below.
So you saw the guy look confused when they said life insurance, and the reason they chose life insurance is for protections and the tax efficiencies. They found they could avoid paying taxes on pretty much everything, even payroll taxes in some cases. And the way that Kaizen accumulates cash is similar to a savings account or a CD, which are very safe and low risk investments because Kaizen and savings account and a CD, they all have principal protection. Kaizen is also creditor lawsuit protected. So in the event that you are sued or go bankrupt or get divorced, you have an account that, creditors won't come after. Which kind of reminds me, there was an NBA player that fathered 10 children with 8 different ladies. That means he was fighting against at least 7 different lawyers. Now, if he would have had Kaizen, he would have had an account the lawyers wouldn't have gone after. I mean, they would have gone after his other assets, but not Kaizen. So anyhow, I think, it'd be a good idea if the NBA Player Association would get together and say, hey, we want a 401k and the Kaizen plan in our contracts. But anyhow, I digress. So I wanted to go over the qualifications. So you heard in the video that to qualify for the retirement plan, you have to have a household net income of 200,000. And for the estate planning, you need a net worth of $3 million. So if you qualify, what you'll do is you will put your contact information in right here. Or if you're going to refer somebody, then you will put their contact information here, and that will come to me. And in return, I will send an email that has a link that you can make a username and password, and then you will have your own ILIA website that is secure. Now, this is my website. It says, hello, John, welcome, John. So when you get your own, it'll say, welcome your name or the person you refer. And ILIA stands for Interactive Learning Information Assistant, and it will tell you everything you ever wanted to know about Kaizen. I'm going to reboot this real fast. So it has all these everything you would want to know. As you can see, the Kaizen details. We're going to estimate benefits in a while. Our second video we're going to watch is in testimonials, and you can even enroll if you qualify. So once again, we are going to estimate the benefits of a 20-year-old being gifted by his parents. So the plan is 5 annual payments. So after this 5th contribution right here, the plan is fully funded and no longer you need to put any contributions back in. So years 1 through 5, the bank is going to match the participants' contributions. Year 6 through 10, the bank is going to put in all the contributions. And then year 11 through 15, we're just going to let the account grow. Now, in year 15, we're going to pay back the loan. So at that time, this 20-year-old, which is now 35, would be able to access the funds in the account. So right now he was gifted $100,000 for almost the bank put in almost $265,000 for a total of almost $365,000. So look at the benefits and distributions. So that bought this 20-year-old over $1 million death benefit. So if he, passes away prematurely, his parents or whoever the beneficiaries would get $1 million tax-free. But this death benefit also has living benefits, which means that in the event of a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, this 20-year-old would be able to access money from this death benefit while he was still alive. Example, well, let's say in age 30 he's diagnosed with ALS. Well, now he'd be able to access some money to pay for long-term care. Now, we said that you could access this money after the loan's paid back around the 15th year, but we'll say because he was gifted, his parents wanted him to wait till retirement. So if he waited till retirement, which is 45 years, the account will have grown to almost $6.5 million, which he would be able to access $249,000 tax-free from age 65 to 90, and if he passed away at age 90, he would have almost a $2.4 million death benefit, which would be passed on to his children or his beneficiaries, which hopefully would go to fund the next 20-year-old in his family, probably his grandchildren, their Kaizen plan. And that, my friends, is how you build generational wealth. So if you look at it, I know he had to wait, 45 years, but the initial investment was only $100,000. So would you, invest $100,000 and wait 45 years for your children to have almost $6.5 million? Well, I would say yes, most of us will. Now, the reason I really like life insurance is because we're buying discounted dollars. You can remember, he was gifted $100,000 and he had over $1 million death benefit right here. That means that you're paying 10 cents per tax-free dollar, that you can use, for an illness, for long-term care, or it will be passed on to the next generation. So if you ask yourself again, would you pay, 10 cents for a tax-free dollar to either use for an illness or to pass on to your children? And most of us would say yes. So now we're going to do the comparisons real fast and see, when you get your own ileocyte, you'll be able to do all this yourself. Now, we said he was going to get from age 65 to 90, $249,000 per year. And see, your 401k would produce a little over 90,000 from age 65 to 90. So much better with Kaizen. So now I'm going to go to the testimonials, and we're going to hear from Grace Barnard. And Grace is the co-founder of NIW, and NIW is the company that curated and designed the Kaizen plan. Now, Grace has 3 policies herself. She has one for, retirement, one for estate planning, one, in case she, needs long-term care. So I'm going to let Grace talk about her first policy, which was the first Kaizen policy, and this was her policy in 2013.
The best validation of Kaizen's success comes from real results, and there's no better example than Grace Barnard, our co-founder and holder of Kaizen policies. Grace is eager to share her own experiences and outcomes. The following is a brief recording of her speaking at a recent seminar, as well as her presentation at a financial conference.
And because we had that expertise, it allowed us to design it exactly the way we wanted to design it for ourselves, for our employees, and for our family.
But look at my policy, an average crediting rate in year 11, I'm actually in my 12th year, but I don't have my credit for my 12th year yet, of 7.73. 7.73. My average loan rate is 3.81. So remember, my money is getting the 7.73. The money that I got, the additional money I got from the bank, has got an average spread of 3.92. But here's the real proof, guys, because people always say to me, well, what did you originally illustrate to the client? This is the original illustration. That was my policy when I bought it, year 11. What did I say the cash values of the policy were going to be in year 11? $750,000. What is my cash surrender value right now? $797,000. So what is the probability after 11 years coming up on my 12th year that I'm going to get the rates of return that I originally was illustrated in my own policy? They're pretty high, and I feel pretty confident. But again, do your own homework, do your own research. We created this for ourselves. We really did not create this intending to take it out into the marketplace. But once we created it, everybody started coming to us saying, hey, if you guys put this together, we want to piggyback. And that's how Kaizen was born. I'm living it, I'm paying for it, and I'm showing you the proof.
Okay, so this is Grace's annual report, and as you can see that she was illustrated 750,000, and she's way ahead of the game. She now has almost $800,000 in her 11th year because she hasn't been credited for her 12th year. Now, what I want to look at is this is, it's five contributions, annual contributions, and these are Grace's contributions, and a total, okay, that she contributed is 168,000. So right now, in cash value, she has almost 800,000, and she has almost $1.5 million in death benefit. So you know what? Is that a good return of investment? 168,000, and like I said, she still has a lot more. You know what? For this, I would say that this would probably be in the millions by the time she's in her 15th year. So I just always wanted to say, is that a big bang for the buck? In my opinion, it is definitely very good. And if you can find anything else that has less risk that will produce this, 60 to 100% more than a 401k with a tax efficiency of a Roth IRA that has cash in the event of a critical, chronic, or terminal illness and has principal protection. I don't know of anything else out there that has all of these unique features. So, like I said, if you do qualify, you'll just put your contact information in here. If you are going to refer somebody, once again, just put their contact information here. That comes to me, and I will send you an email with a link that you can make a username and password. So I know you probably have a million questions, but like I said, Ilya will answer all those questions, and I'm always here to, go over anything that you have questions on. So you can always contact me, whether it's, email, text me, call me, carrier pigeon, whatever your source of communication is. And I will be talking to you soon.